Hi, welcome to the October Crafty Carrot Collective program. Today I am bringing you a case inspired project featuring our Labels of Love stamp set from this month. I have decided to go with a Christmas card today, even though the Labels of Love stamp set have amazing sentiments and they've got a lot of variety, which is something we always look for when we're doing a Crafty Carrot Collective program. I chose to go with a Christmas project. So this is the card I'm casing here. I love the black, the blush, the gold. It's on page 27 of the annual catalogue, and I have put together this project as my case. So I've loved the layered labels that they had on there, the little leaves which come from the Flourish Thinlits dies, and of course our Year of Cheer Specialty Designer Series paper features as well. So I hope you enjoy making this project with me today. So I'm going to start by making the labels, and I've got this Merry Christmas label that I'm applying Versamark to, and I'm going to heat emboss that with gold powder. I'm just going to set that aside for 2 seconds because the other label is also Versamarked and just heat embossed in white. And this time I'm using Pear Pizzazz as my base. And I've got white powder here. Get that paper again. So I've got both of those ready now for the heat tool. Stampin' Up are really good at giving us these wonderful matching punches. I'm going to line that up in there. Now for the green. And while I've got my stamp out, I've got a piece of Whisper White here. I'm going to use this folded piece of card. I'm just getting the Happy New Year in black. I'm going to fussy cut that out. So that's going to sit on top of my label just like that, and I'm going to adhere that with a little bit of adhesive. But before I do, I want to give the label a little bit of a pink watercolour wash. I'm loving the gold, black and blushing bride colour schemes for Christmas at the moment. Just going to make sure my brush is nice and clean. First I'm going to apply some water where I'm going to want the little wash to go. Then I'm going to put the ink on. Just really subtle. I'm going to give that a dry, and then I'm going to add just a little bit more layering. The reason I dry it first is I like to get the different tones, and I find if it's not dry it just keeps all blending back out. So I'll bring it up a bit closer to the camera so you can see. Where are you there? So you'll see the wash, this is the second layer I put on, and that's the first. So if I'd left that wet, this second layer would have just continued to blend and spread, and I wouldn't have had that little watercolory look, that definition. Alright. So now to put the card together, I've got a Whisper White folded card base. I've just got a piece of black and white designer series patterned paper to put on there. I've cut down some of the Year of Cheer specialty designer series paper. And I've put a piece of vellum on because I found when I put all that together that the gold in the background was just a bit too much. So I've softened that with the vellum. So that will all stick on flat. This one will come on here. I've cut some leaves using the floral thinlits, the flourish thinlits, sorry. So they'll stick on there. I've got one in Garden Green, which is the darker tone, and one in the Pear Pizzazz to match the colour of the label there. Then I've got gold thread that I'll loop around and just have tucked in behind this label, which will sit up on dimensionals. So I'll put that together for you now, and you can watch as I go. So just to finish, I've got some Whisper White cardstock here, just an off-cut strip. And I've got my paper piercing tools. I'm just going to I'm going to make a really subtle border just to hold that top piece down. Got my Project Life journaling pen, bringing that together over those paper pierce dots to make a faux stitching look. Got my paper trimmer, which will help me get a nice straight edge if the piece doesn't move while I'm cutting. Just work out how long I want it. And I'm going to glue that onto the top there, and that's just going to hold that little bit of vellum down. Just pop a little bit of adhesive in here behind where it's going to hide. And there we have it, our little Labels of Love Christmas project. I hope you've enjoyed that today and that you'll be back to make more soon. If it's inspired you, I can't wait to see what you've come up with in the gallery. Thank you.